cloud. Now, Brandon, we're looking at this picture right here. And Alex and Ara, and I think Serena, and I think a few others thought that this was Sir Isaac Newton. Do you have any thoughts about that? Do you think this is Sir Isaac?
Yes, because he's examining an apple.
Yeah, and
And
what else?
actually it's falling from the tree, which is ironic because actually Sir Isaac Newton was like the creator of like gravity, or like he found out about it.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that I think that why can't I see names there? I think it's Shahan, right?
He's
You,
also a mathematician.
yes, he is. And Shahan,
That's Jahan.
doing a aren't you doing a report on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really really cool. And how about you, Sahaj?
My cat's walking on my computer. So,
That's
You have a cat?
yeah.
yeah.
Carmen, remember?
Can you
Oh,
please
yeah.
go over here? So Sahaj, you were going to share something that you wanted to say.
Yeah. I think he's saying about gravity because at the top left, right corner of the picture, I saw the moon, and then I saw the apples. And about the apples, he was talking about gravity.
Yeah, and so and I want to give you a little story about him. Alex, do you have anything to add to that, buddy?
So you were wondering what that moon is for? The moon moves the way it does because of the gravity pull of the Earth.
Right. And actually, Shahan actually showed me a picture from his book. And Shahan, why don't you actually put the cat down? And Serena, if you could put that away, what you were working on. So just everybody's really focused. I thought I saw you working on project thing. But
No.
okay, so in any event, I wanted to share with you. So Isaac Newton was 22 years old in 1667. And I want to tell you something that was special about 1667. In the year 1667, there was something called the bubonic plague. And I could be off by a few years. Uh, and the bubonic plague was way, way worse than what we're going through right now because people didn't have good medicine back then and they didn't have good hygiene. Okay? Hygiene means cleanliness. They didn't wash their hands a lot. So, guess what? Sir Isaac Newton was sent home from school for 1 year. A whole, like you guys are going to only be home for a few weeks, right? They are going to be home for, yeah, there it is, chapter 3, the plague years. Okay, thank you, Shahan.
What?
So I want to talk about this. In 1667 or thereabouts, Isaac Newton is sent home from Cambridge University. He's going to Cambridge College or Cambridge University in the UK. And he was told that he couldn't leave his family house, just like you guys are sort of quarantined. In that 1 year, he didn't invent gravity, but he actually was able to discover all the rules and laws of gravity. Not only that, but he invents calculus. Calculus is an entire brand of mathematics that has never had never been thought of before. He also figured out what's called optics. So he worked with telescopes and optics, and he did that in 1 year when he was 22. He comes back from school to Cambridge. Sahan, thank you. He comes back from school a year later, and they make him the professor. As a young man, he became the professor and started to teach his own mathematics. So what are you guys inspired to do? You guys have an opportunity now to change the world. You're going to be home for weeks on end, and you've got to figure out what can you do. Alex, why don't you start us out? What are you going to do to change the world, buddy?
Well, so right now I can't really go outside and do, but right now we're keeping quarantine to prevent the spread so we don't get more people sick, and that's helping change and save
Well,
lives.
and I think that that's fantastic, and you're doing your job. You're doing what you should do. But my question is, Alex, what could you invent? If you could
A
think
vaccine
a vaccine for what?
for this coronavirus.
All right, so a vaccine for the virus. Excellent.
Oh, bubonic plague.
That's right. Now, tell me something else. Who else has an idea? How about you, Ava? How about you, Ara? How about you, Serena? How about you, Brandon? How about you, Shahan? How about you, Sahaj? What do you think you could create? Raise your hand and I'll call on you. Any idea that you have, this is the time to do it.
Wait, a vaccine?
No, you don't have to do a vaccine. You know that one kid decided he was going to develop a new lightsaber, a real lightsaber. So when it snows out, he can go out to his driveway and with a couple of sweeps of his lightsaber, he can clear the entire driveway. I mean, you can do anything you want in these years. You don't have to just create a vaccine. What else could you do? What else could you do? And Brandon, could you undo that screen because we can't see you anymore? And if you could ask the cat to come down, that would be great. Ara, you got the floor.
Done.
Go ahead, Ara.
Create an invention like some whiteboard thingies that can go on your feet so you can skate around while you're eating or something. And I could also create a world famous painting.
So you want to create a great painting.
I
But
know.
Ara, can you explain to me again, what was that first invention? Because I didn't really understand it. Maybe you spoke a little too fast for Mr. Kramer.
Something that looks like this, except has like a strap over so you can put your feet on it, like shoes.
Can't see you.
And then you can put like soap on it because it's a sponge. So then you can just scrub stuff like the chair you're sitting on while you're eating. So it's multitasking.
So you can skate, clean, and eat at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what, Ara, you could revolutionize the world with that. Sahaj, what are you going to do?
I have another idea.
Maybe
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
maybe make a graph to predict the future of the world. Because it was
Predict the future with mathematical graph, yes? Wow, that is awesome. You know that a lot of people have been trying to do that, but only certain people do a really, really good job of that. So I want you to get better at it. Keep at it. Alex, what do you have?
So this is another idea. I was thinking of inventing a new kind of robot where you could connect some sort of like sonar to your brain and whatever you think the robot does.
so telepathy.
Well, I have to tell you, that's a pretty amazing idea and very, very ambitious. Now you might not know this, but there are people who are called para and quadriplegics who can't use their hands or legs. And there is technology where their brain can actually activate certain activity using robots. So I think that they're trying to do that. I'm just not sure, Alex, if they've been successful. So I would love for you to try to figure out how you would connect the brain to the robot. I think that's really important. Now, guys, here's what I want to invent. I want to invent a safe way to ski down a mountain vertically. Now, do you think that this is a good idea? In
No.
fact, most people think that skiing down a mountain is a really bad idea, okay? But I love skiing. But I've always thought, what would it be like to ski down a completely vertical slope? So if I had a completely vertical slope, now this guy right here, this mountain is not exactly vertical, is it?
No.
But he is skiing down a mountain that probably has about a 70-degree drop. And do you guys see him right here?
That guy's probably gonna die.
Oh
Well,
my god.
He did not die. This is actually just a blown up picture of this circle right here. But tell me why it is so dangerous to ski down a vertical slope. So I'm going to call Shahan right now.
So I think it's dangerous to ski down a vertical slope because you can, if you just like slip a little bit, you'll die. Like it's,
Slip on what?
Ice.
if you just maneuver your skis in the wrong way, you'll die.
So death is definitely a risk, right? These are the risks, right? We risk death. What else, Serena?
It's the question was before, ice. You can slip on ice.
Okay, so you can slip, Aura.
You can really bad injure yourself, or you can, in the perfect way, get down there really hurt.
Yeah. And Alex, what about you?
So one reason why it's dangerous is because the more vertical the slope, gravity pushes you down. So if the slope is more vertical, you'll go faster because
So
it's flatter with less curves.
we are now making a connection with gravity. And at some point, guys, I am going to teach you something that Galileo did. And the work with Sir Isaac Newton and Galileo together, they talked about a square relationship, a square or quadratic relationship between the speed at which we fall from a certain distance. So we will do that at some point. Oh, cool, Shahan. That's really cool. And Serena, you had your hand up, honey.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to share what I was gonna do.
Oh, go ahead, honey. Oh, I'm sorry. Go right ahead. I want to hear all about that.
I wanted to invent a way that, since like many people are using the computer and the internet goes down a lot, I wanted to invent a way to just like press a button and then the internet can just like come back up.
So prevent the internet from going down. And do you mean when the internet goes down, do you mean when your Wi-Fi goes down?
Yeah, basically.
Ah, so you want to prevent the internet from going down, and I think I'm going to write Wi-Fi because that's different than the internet going down. And that's a really good thing. I have to tell you, people that like Julian, because he lost his power, he also has no internet because the router that gives him his internet is tied to electricity. So really, really nice. Ara, what were you going to add?
If we stay on this slide, when Shahan took out his Isaac Newton book, I'm doing Gandhi, and a fun fact about Gandhi is that one of my great uncle went to jail with Gandhi. and
Wow.
they're good friends.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And is he still alive?
Probably not because it's my grandpa's uncle.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Brandon, I can't see you. Could you undo your virtual screen for me, please? Because if you don't, I won't be able to see you all the time. Now, I want to talk to you about downhill skiing. So Mr. Kramer likes to go downhill skiing, and this slope right here is my favorite slope. It's called a negative slope. Why is it negative? Because when you read from left to right, most languages, by the way, we read from left to right. Does anybody know the two languages, at least that I know of, where we read from right to left? Who can tell me that? Sahaj?
Japanese?
Interesting. And I think Japanese in some places might even go top to bottom. Top to bottom. I'm not really sure about that. Alex, what about you?
Hebrew.
Hebrew is one of them. And another language that's really connected to Hebrew.
Arabic.
Arabic. That's right, Alex. Very nice. So Hebrew and Arabic, we read from right to left. But guys, everywhere else, maybe Chinese, Japanese might be different. But we read from left to right. And when we go left to right down a hill, we call that a negative slope. What if we go to left to right up a hill? What do we call that?
Positive.
Say it out loud, everybody.
Positive.
Positive slope. Now,
Wait, what?
what if we are cross-country skiers? Which, by the way, I have to say, not my favorite. I do not understand cross-country skiing because there's a slope, which is what, guys?
No, it's like vertical, horizontal.
That is definitely horizontal. And what is that slope considered?
0.
It is a 0 slope. So everybody go like this and say 0 slope.
Zero slope.
Don't say no fun, because it's just not fun for Mr. Kramer, but a lot of people like to cross-country ski. So for me, 0 slope is no fun. But I love a what kind of slope?
Negative.
Now, do you think I like skiing on a positive slope?
No.
No way. But do you know what I like doing? I like taking a chairlift up a positive slope.
Yeah.
I will gladly take a chairlift anytime that you ask me. Now, what if, and I'm going to copy this, what if you are a crazy guy like me and you are going to ski down this mountain? What do you think the slope is of a vertical drop? If a horizontal is 0, and this is positive left to right, and this is negative left to right, what is the vertical slope? Who's going to raise their hand on this one? I'd love to hear. Brandon, what do you think? Go for it, Brandon. I want to hear what you have to say. What kind of a slope do you think is a vertical slope if a horizontal slope is 0 and left to right up is positive, left to right down, whoops, is
Is
negative?
negative.
What do you think is a vertical slope?
Negative.
It is not negative, but good try. What about you, Sahaj?
Is it 100?
Oh, whoa, hold on. Nobody go anywhere. I'm going to show you a slope of 100. You ready? Hold on. This is a slope of 100. It's so close to vertical, but watch what it does, guys. Are you ready? We're going to go up 100 and we're gonna run 100. Run 1. So we went up 100. So the rise was 100 and the run was 1. So this is literally a 100 divided by 1, which is what?
100.
It is a 100 slope, but it's not vertical. So Alex, what do you think is a vertical slope?
Wait, why is it vertical?
Maybe 105?
Keep going higher. Everybody, Ara, what do you think?
10.
120,
Keep going higher.
180,
150.
Keep
100.
going higher.
100.
Wait, Shahan, what did you say?
300,
Keep going higher.
500.
600.
And
1,000.
now for my favorite number to write, which is not even a number,
Infinity.
a vertical slope. Everybody write the symbol infinity, please, right now.
Where?
Oh, wherever you want on any piece of paper. And in fact, whenever I want to kill some time, I will literally draw beautiful infinity symbols because I
What?
love the
Wrong with
number infinity. And I can do it because it keeps going and going and going and it never stops. So everyone, let's review. Vertical slope is, say it,
Infinity.
infinity. Horizontal slope,
0.
0.
this slope,
Negative.
negative, and this slope.
positive.
Positive.
Wow, really, really nice job. Now,
Where's Haley?
let's explore how this actually works. So everybody look at the blue line right now. And I think this might be on page 2 of your packet. And
Oh, yeah.
if you go, are you watching at 1-1 right now? Do you see 1-1?
It's
If-
on page. It's on page 2.
Thank you very much, Alex. If you guys go from 1-1 and you go north, and when I say north, I don't really mean north, I mean vertically rise. So everybody rise. How many have we risen?
4.
4.
4.
Say it again. How many have we risen?
4.
4.
So we rose 4 and we run 1 to the right. Therefore, the slope of the blue line is 4 over 1, which is
2, 5.
excuse me?
2, 5. 2, 5.
What is 4 divided by 1, guys?
4. 4.
Yeah. So 4 over 1 is 4. This line has a slope of 4. Now, I want you guys to flag in, send me a chat. What is the slope of the green line? What is the slope of the green line? Don't say it out loud. Remember, the slope is always going to be your rise divided by your run. The run determines positive or negative. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
2/3.
Do you guys think it's 2/3? And I got 2/3 from Brandon. Anybody else? Brandon, do you think this is a rise of 2
3, 2.
and a run of 3?
We're supposed to check.
Or Brandon,
No.
take it from there. Brandon, can you do that?
Wait.
Well,
It's
it's not a rise of
2.
2. Come on, guys. It's a rise of what?
3,
3.
Right. And a run of what?
2.
Guys, this green line has a slope of 3/2. You guys see?
Oh, I got it flipped.
Yeah. And can I show you a 2/3 slope, Brandon? You ready for this?
Sure.
Up 2 and over 3. That purple line has a slope of 2/3. You guys like that?
What?
Now, Serena, you do the next one. Serena, I want the red line slope. And I want
Oh,
everybody
okay.
to write it down while Serena does it. Red line slope. Go for it, kid.
It's 1 because it's
Do you
one.
guys agree that
Oh,
if
it's
you have a
1
rise of 1 and a run of 1, that your slope is in fact 1?
Yeah.
Okay, Serena, everybody give Serena a high five right now, please. Serena, that was absolutely awesome. Now, who's going to be awesome on purple? Raise your hand electronically if you could be awesome on purple. Okay, I'm looking for raised hands electronically, please. And I am looking for electronic raised hands. I've only got one person that has raised their hand. Now I have 2. Now I have 3. Sahaj, we're going to start. Actually, Shahan, we're going to start with you, and then Sahaj, and then Serena. Go.
Me?
Yes, Shahan, please.
I think it's 1/5. Because it's-
Guys, if you agree, give him a high five. Does anybody believe that it's anything else other than 1/5? No. So this slope is getting very close to horizontal. Alex, can you give me a horizontal slope, please?
The horizontal slope, you go up 0 and you come across 5.
And what is 0 divided by 5?
It's still 0.
Therefore, the slope of all horizontal lines are what?
0.
Now, wait a minute. Does Mr. Kramer like skiing on a 0 slope?
No.
Oh.
Nor do I like landing on a 0 slope. So when I'm skiing and I go off a jump, I actually like to land. Now listen to this. I like to also land on a negative slope because it takes pressure off of your knees. When you land on a 0 slope, it can be very, very dangerous. So now I am going to ask Sahaj to do the orange line. And this is the hardest one we've done so far. And the reason it's difficult, Sahaj, is because the run is in the opposite direction. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. And I want everybody to write it down and even send me a chat. So Sahaj, I'd love
Wait, what
to
should we
get
send you a chat of?
your thoughts on that.
Is it 5-1?
Well, 5/1. Do you mean 5/1?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a slope of 5. It goes up 5 and over 1 to the right.
Or 1-5.
1/5 is up 1 and over 5 to the right. Isn't this one just like our purple line, Sahaj?
-5-1?
Ah, yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. How did you do? Wait a minute. How did you do that, Sahaj?
Well, so when you gave me the first orange line was 1/5, that would be positive 1/5, but this one is going the exact opposite, so it would be -1/5.
And guys, isn't this the slope that I like to ski down?
Oh, -1.
Right? So Ara, can you tell me the slope of the olive line, please? And go slow on this one.
-2.
Well, the rise is always positive. The rise is always positive, so it's
+2
positive
and
2.
-2.
But it wouldn't be +2 and -2. How have you seen me write these? Fraction, 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 fraction. So how would you write that? You would write 2
2
over.
over 2.
No. Over
-2.
Over
-2. And who can tell me what that is? Raise your hand electronically You can tell me what that is. Shahan?
That is a negative slope.
It definitely is negative, but you have to give me a simplified version. Sahaj?
Is it a half?
A half would look like this. Negative half would look like this. If one looks like this, and one looks like this, and one looks like this, then wouldn't this be -1?
Yeah.
Brandon, do you see that? Alex, do you see that? Right?
Yeah, I was
So
raising my
this
hand
guy-
to say that.
Oh, good, good, good. Thank you so much. Now, Alex, can you do the next one for me, please? Can you
Yes.
do the pink line.
So it's across 2.
We always go rise first.
Rise first. It's rise 3. And it's across 2.
Well,
-2.
because that's about direction, and therefore,
I would say that is -2 over 3.
does anybody disagree with that? Does anybody disagree? And I really want you guys to analyze rise over run. The rise divided by the run. Serena?
Oh,
It's 3
yeah,
divided by -2.
yeah.
Ah, very nice. So it is not -2/3. By the way, may I show you right now a -2/3 slope? You ready? Up 2 over 3 to the left. So do you guys see how different a -2/3 is from a -3/2? Okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone raise their hand, please. Vertical line. This is the one that is a bad idea for skiing, but Mr. Kramer wants to invent a way to ski down a a vertical slope. And what is that number? Everybody say it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Infinity.
Infinity.
And beyond. Now, mathematicians know that infinity is not a number, but what they call it
It's all the numbers.
is they call it undefined. Can you guys draw a 0 with a diagonal line, please? Which is a positive slope diagonal line. That means the word undefined. Now, do you remember the way that Alex took me through the analysis of a 0 slope? Do you remember that he said, hey, Mr. Kramer, there's a rise of 0 and a run of 5. And didn't he say that 0 divided by 5 was 0?
Yeah.
Now, for a vertical line, the rise, let's say, is 5. But what's the run?
0.
And who can tell me what 5 divided by 0 is?
1.
So you think that 5
No,
divided
0.
by 0
Zero.
is 1.
0.
Yeah.
But you
That's
think 5
0.
divided by 0 is 0? So you think
Yeah.
that vertical lines have a 0 slope? Guys,
Maybe.
guys, isn't it true that if you do this, this is boring slope? And isn't this a death slope? Right? So how could a boring slope of 0 be equal to a death slope?
Because you just have to go like that.
Infinity.
Guys,
Oh, yeah.
is infinity. Now, go to your calculators right now. Any calculator, like if you have a calculator on your computer, put in 5 divided by 0, and I'm actually interested in what your calculator says. I'm going to try to show you what mine
1 second.
5
1
divided
second.
by 0. And I don't know how this is going to work. I'm actually going to turn off my virtual background because it doesn't come in well.
Mine says E then 0.
Okay, hold on a second. I want to just get this going here. So do you guys see, what does mine say?
I can't see it.
Wait.
I'm going to read it to you. You ready? It
Sure.
says error divide by 0, meaning, oh, look at this. It says attempted calculation contains division by 0.
Arrow.
Calculation failed.
Yeah, that's what it says. Error.
Now, I am also going to invent a calculator that when anyone divides by 0, the calculator explodes. Why should I want to do that? But it explodes
How?
mathematically. The keys
No.
start falling apart and everything starts melting
No.
because you know you can't divide by 0. It is infinity. It is undefined. Now, I want to tell you a little story about how you're going to take a journey with slope.
Wait.
Question.
No, shouldn't it be 5? Because 5, 0, like 5 divided into 0 groups is still 5.
Wait a minute. 5 divided into 0 groups. I want you to think about that, okay? I'm going to give you the number 5 with one of my favorite little characters here. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, can you tell me if I grab 0 groups of this, what would I have?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Uh,
and Serena, I would say keep challenging, right? If I have 5 and I divide it into 1 group, you know that I'm going to have 5, right? If I have 5 divided into 2 groups, I'm going to have 2.5. Now, what if I have 5 and each group is worth 1/2? So I literally cut each of these guys in half. How many am I going to have? Come on, guys. How many halves do I have in 5? Say it out loud.
10.
10. Okay, watch this. What about 5 cut into quarters? Come on.
20.
How many quarters are there, guys?
20.
Say it out loud, please.
20.
20.
All right. Now, do you notice what I'm doing? Do you notice I'm going from 1/2 to 1/4? Aren't I approaching 0? And isn't this number getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger?
yeah.
So the number approaches positive infinity, which again is undefined. And we'll talk much more about this subject, one of my favorite subjects. Now, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, when you look at Sonic, he's quite pretty, okay? And I'm going to draw a line and have you tell me the slope. You ready? Go. Don't say it out loud.
Should we chat it to you?
Don't say it out loud. Shout it to me, please.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm trying
can't
to-
see. I
Yeah.
can't see your drawings.
Do you not see my share right now?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Let's see. Do you see this one, Shahan?
Now I do.
Okay,
I
good.
switched- I
Good.
switched my sharing content.
All right, so this one here first. I do not agree with the first person who gave their answer. In fact, Alex, this is a slope that you showed me.
What?
I agree with Serena. I do not agree with Sahaj, but
That
it's
was
close,
accidental.
Sahaj. It's close. Sahaj,
Oh, 1/3.
Sahaj, this is up 1 over 3. Up 1
It's
over
always
3.
rise first.
So Ara, what do you have? Ara, do you see a rise of 1 and a run of 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So we say it's got a slope of 1/3. All right. Now, what about you, Brandon? Brandon, can you do this one here? This green line.
Oh, this one?
This one right here.
Wait, where? Like,
This one right here.
oh, okay. Should I chat it too?
You should tell me right now.
Oh, okay. The rise is 3 and the run is 1. So it's
Really? Where's the run? Where's the run? I don't see any run.
Infinity.
You guys see a run here?
No.
Does anybody see a run? Brandon, isn't this a vertical line?
oh.
And Brandon, all vertical lines have a run of 0 and a slope of what?
0.
No. Come on, Brandon, we've been talking about this for a long time, right? This is a slope of 0. Brandon, do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Brandon, this vertical line has a slope of what?
Oh, infinity.
Right, it's undefined. A vertical slope has a slope of undefined. Okay, I'm going to choose Serena right now to give me this next one. Serena, go for it. Everybody should write it down. Everybody should chat it. Serena, are you there? We lost you, Serena. Somebody else, raise your hand, please, if you've got it. Raise your hand electronically, Sahaj. Go ahead.
Me?
Sahaj, go ahead, bud. What's the
1/2.
Say it again.
1/2.
I agree. Does anybody not agree with that? Does anybody want an explanation of why that's a slope of 1/2? Up 1 over 2. Brandon, do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Shahan, you're going to do the next one. I want you to do a slope of this green line.
The up is 3,
The rise is 3.
3, and the run is 1, so it's
So it's a slope of what?
3.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Now, who wants to go next? Who has not gone yet? Who has not gone yet? Brandon? Brandon, I'm going to get you one you're going to get right now, okay? Brandon, this one right here, that pink line.
The rise is 4 and the run is 2. So it's 2.
Everybody, what do you guys think? Do you agree with them? I totally agree. And now I want everybody doing this one. I want everybody doing this one. Are you ready? We're going to do, this is a good one. This green line right here. Everybody look at it. And everybody chat the answer, please.
Oh.
Everybody chat the answer to this one. Oh, hi, Haley.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good, 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 good. Okay, so Alex, what do you have?
I got 1/2 because it has a rise of 2 and a run of 4, and 2 divided by 4 equals 1/2.
I agree with the last thing you said, but this does not have a slope of 1/2. Now, Ara, can you tell me where you could help Alex on that slope? Because it's got a rise of 2 for sure, but the run is to the left. So Ara, talk to me. And Haley, can you put yourself in the middle of the screen
Oh,
so
whoops.
I can see you? There you go. Ara, what do you have?
So the rise at the top where you wrote 1/3 for the one near it, like it just has a little bit of a circle in it.
So the rise is
line.
2, and what's the run?
That is has
So what's the run?
the run is 4.
Well, no, the rise is definitely 2. Rise is up and down. Run is left to right. Haley, what do you think? You haven't even been here for this lesson. What do you think it is? If you rise 2 and you run to the left 4, it's not 1/2, is it, Alex?
No.
It's negative 1/2. So, Haley, what we're doing now is we're looking at negative slopes that go down from left to right, positive slopes that go up from left to right, zero slopes which are horizontal, and vertical slopes which are considered undefined because they are infinite. Now, I want to share with you what I think is going to be a lot of fun exploration. I gave your parents a PDF file with about 12 different pictures that you can create. So you're going to be able to do Lisa and Bart Simpson, Princess Sally Acorn, Rouge and Miles Tails, Whammy, Sonic the Hedgehog, Walrus, and Coolette, all from Sonic. Super Mario, which I created, Batman, and Superman, and they're all going to be in coordinates. So here's Lisa Simpson, guys. Lisa Simpson, it tells you her beads, her mouth, her nose, her ear, her left eye, her right eye, her outline, okay? And then her little eyelashes. And do you want to see what she looks like? And I see if I can get this for you. You ready? So she looks like this, really, really cool eyelashes. I actually think I made a mistake on her ear, on her beads. So you guys can try to fix my mistake. But any one of these drawings that you create, guess what I'm going to do? I am actually going to put them on my website. Now, if you look at Mario, Mario is made of hundreds of coordinates and 34 shapes. It is really, really beautiful. And I hope that you guys work on it this week. Now, the last thing I want to share with you today is that we are going to talk a little bit in the coming weeks about something called distance. So if you look at Sonic, the distance between this point right here, and I'm going to make this point in green, the distance between that point right there and this point right here has a distance that's a little bit bigger than 3, no, a little bit bigger than 4, and a little bit smaller than 5. But we can't say that it's 4, and we can't say that it's 5, because the distance is called irrational. Can you guys say the word irrational?
Irrational.
Rational.
So you're going to learn in the coming weeks with me an algorithm for figuring out the distance between 2 points. And they're really a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun because you get to work with some of my favorite triangles. And my favorite triangles are actually right triangles.
Mine
So
too.
This is a very, wait, who said that?
Alex.
Awesome, me too, buddy. I love right triangles. And if you look at this right triangle, it's very famous. It's a 3 by 4 by 5. And it was proven by a man named Pythagoras in the 4th century BC in Greece, that if you take the square of 3, what do you get?
9.
And if you take the square of 4, what do you get?
16.
16.
And if you add those squares together, what do you get?
25.
25.
5 squared.
And therefore, the square root of 25 is? The square root of 25 is what, guys?
5.
And look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? So this is a very special exploration that we mathematicians are going to do. And so I am challenging you to ask your parents to show them the document that I sent with the dozens and dozens of coordinate pictures and all the graphs. And you could make them not this week, not next week, but in the coming months. And every time you create one, I want you to send it to me electronically. Sahaj, you have a question, buddy.
I do?
Well, your hand was up. How about you, Serena?
Oops.
What were we supposed
Serena,
to do?
you were asking me a question, honey. Go ahead.
Yeah. What were we supposed to do with these? Because my internet went down.
Oh, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to review what we learned about slope. I would like you to review all the different slopes we found here. I would like you to create as many coordinate pictures as you can from the coordinate that I gave you. So for instance, this one right here is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's made up of 51 shapes and probably over 200 different coordinates. And then I want you to send those to me. Ara, your question.
Well, if you go back to the picture we were just on with all the ones that we can do,
Yes.
there's one with a background. Will we do the background?
It's a really good question. No, you're not going to be doing the background. And you know, these are not the actual pictures you're going to do, although Sonic is. So the one when you create Sonic, he's going to look pretty much just like this. When you create Mario, he's going to look pretty much just like this. But when you do Lisa Simpson, as you remember, my picture was a little bit different because it was just her head. Bart Simpson is also just the head of Bart Simpson. So you're going to find many different surprises. Sahaj,
Can we make our own?
what do you think? You're a mathematician. Of course you can. So Sahaj, if you make your own and you send me the picture and the coordinates, I will send it around to everybody. And everybody in the mathlete world could do Sahaj's work. All right? So if you got a favorite one, I want you to do that. Now, we are out of time, and I want to respect everybody's time. So we're going to go from a negative elevator right now of negative 156. And we're going to go from negative 156, and every time we go up, we're going to go up by 12. Are you guys ready? Negative 156. On 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Negative 144.
Go.
Negative 132.
2,
Go.
Negative
120.
120. Negative
And
108.
wait, guys, wait till I say go. Negative,
108.
negative,
96.
96.
negative.
84.
84.
We're getting closer to 0. Keep going.
72.
Negative 72. Keep going.
Negative 40. 60.
Negative 48.
8,
Ooh, nice
Negative
job.
negative
36.
36.
Keep going.
Negative 24.
24.
Negative
Negative
12.
12.
But don't
But
ever
don't
say
ever
negative
say
0.
0.
4,
4,
6,
6,
8.
8.
We
We
appreciate
appreciate
athletes.
Athlete.
Athletes.
so many
Athletes. Guys, I will see you in, wait a minute. We're a little bit late, so I'm going to see you in 166 hours and 52 minutes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Everybody.
Say goodbye to your buddies. Say goodbye to all your friends. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care. See ya. Oh, Haley? Haley, can you wait?
Yeah.
A second? Yeah, why don't you wait a second? Is your mom or dad there? Can I talk to them
Yes.
for just a second? Why don't you bring them over?
Yeah, sure.
Great, 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 great.